Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys, John Natale, for episode 96, when you're not excited with real estate anymore. This is going to be a mindset and a tactical episode on what to do when you're just not feeling it with real estate anymore. And let's be honest, guys, it happens. It happens to me. It happens to you. It happens to everybody in this industry. Sometimes it happens at different phases of a year, and it certainly happens during different phases of your career. I'm going to give you a 3-level approach for getting over it when you have this feeling that just it feels a little bit off with real estate. Whether you're newer to the industry and you're thinking, well, hell, I might get out. Whether you've been doing this for a while and you're just tired. Whether you're somewhere in between and something just doesn't feel right with your career in real estate, whatever that may look like, this episode is for you. And before we dive in today, I have to take a second to thank you for listening to this episode. Whether you're here, you're back at Getting Real, you're listening again continually, I'm so damn appreciative of you. If this is your first episode joining us, welcome to Getting Real, welcome to our show, and welcome to our family. If you're here in the state of New Jersey or in the state of Florida, and you're looking for a dynamic real estate company to join a 100% commission model brokerage that gives you everything you need to be successful, this is not your mom's 100% brokerage where you basically, yes, you get 100%, but you don't get anything back from your broker. We are the complete opposite. We give you every tool you need to be successful, the coaching, everything gets brought together for you to have a successful career, whether you're here in New Jersey or Florida. There's a link below to book a call with me, book a call, discuss joining us here at Natale. If you're in one of the other 48 states or across the world at this point, and you're looking to grow a personal brand, you're looking to grow a business built on community, you're looking to grow a business built on your sphere, you are looking to grow a profitable business and a sustainable business where you have fun, enjoy your family, enjoy your life, and sell some houses and help some people. If that sounds like something you are interested in, you want to get to the next level and you want to do it fast, Natale Coaching is for you. Go to natalecoaching.com or go to the link below, book your call with me, and let's discuss having you join our coaching program here at Natale. We just launched the Maddie CRM. That is a CRM that I built personally. It is for agents to get an affordable CRM in their pocket, great app, right on their phone, connect their social medias with all the drip plans you need, something super easy to use, and again, super affordable for you. If you're looking for a new CRM, Maddie CRM might be for you. If you'd like to discuss it, there is a link below to get some more information on Maddie and also a demo with us. Okay, guys, let's dive in now to Getting Real, episode 96, when you're just not feeling it anymore. And sometimes, guys, this happens within a year, sometimes within a month, sometimes it comes out of nowhere, even when things are going right for you, even when you're more successful than ever. And sometimes it goes and happens when things are going wrong. Deals are falling apart. You don't know if this industry and this career is worth it. Let's be all really honest. The last 5 years in real estate has been a chaotic mess. Even though, yes, in 2020 and 2021 and early 2022, we had low interest rates and a lot of people moving around, it was a chaotic environment. Yes, here at Natale, at our real estate team, me personally, we sold a lot of real estate, we helped a lot of people, and we made a lot of money. But it was chaotic. It was bang, 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 bang. This thing, that thing, this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing. And on top of it, we had a pandemic going on. Fast forward 2022, 2023, 2024, and so far 2025, we've had sky-high interest rates that have locked a lot of people into place, especially like parts of the country here in the Northeast, and have made moving around a little bit difficult. Figuring that out for people has been a little bit difficult, and it's weighed on us emotionally. So these last 5 years compared to any other 5-year period in my real estate career, the only one that is probably the hardest, but the only one that really comes similar is 2008 to 2011, 2012. That period was very hard. It was very, very hard. It was hard for different reasons. At that point, we were meeting with people that might have bought a house for $400,000 and now is worth $220,000. And being able to just have to look on their faces to say, well, if you want to sell, you're going to have to bring X amount to closing table. Or, hey, we could do this option called the short sale. Or, hey, we could do this. Or, hey, if we don't sell this house, the bank is coming to take it from you. Those are some hard years in real estate. And as someone who got licensed in 2008, I remember. But the last 5 have not been easy. And I would say they're just as challenging and in some ways even more challenging than back then. Depending on your area of the country, transactions are probably lower now than they were in 2009, 2010. A lot of people at that point could pivot towards a transaction that was happening, which is the REO, the short sale, the type of business that could still sustain a real estate career. It was difficult, it was hard, but they were out there. People wanted deals. So the market's been really hard, and it's important to understand that, and that could be part of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. But I want you to reignite your passion for real estate and reignite your passion for whatever you do to drive business for your real estate career. So it's a 3-pronged approach we're going to go over today about how to exactly do that. So when you're just not feeling it anymore, and you might come back to this episode. Maybe you're listening to it right now and things are good. Things are okay. But this is one you're going to want to save and keep in your back pocket for when you're not feeling it anymore. This is the motivation you'll need to kick yourself in the ass and keep going. Because I've been there so many damn times. I was there 2 years ago when I started with content and growing and all these different things that I've done in the last 2 years. Growing a personal brand, doing this podcast, starting to coach agents across the country. 2 years ago, I was right there. It's like, what the hell are we doing? I've been doing real estate for 15 years, reached every pinnacle of success that you can as an individual agent, a team leader, all that fun stuff. And it still felt like, well, this is not all too exciting. The first most important thing you have to do is measure your progression, not your perfection. A lot of us, especially high achievers, people who want to accomplish something and leave a legacy in their life, they are high achievers. They expect the best from themselves, and we are the hardest on ourselves too. And that's hard. So really important for me when I'm just not feeling everything right is I measure my progress, not look at perfection, because I'm too much sometimes of a perfectionist, and you may be too. So what does this tactically look like? I look at it and say, well, you know what? Yeah, it might not be where I want to be business-wise. Or, oh, you know what? Man, I wish we had this many sales this year. Or I wish I made X amount of dollars more. I look at, well, shit, 2 years ago, this is what my life looked like. And then I look back and I go, wow, 4 years ago, this is what it looked like. 6 years ago, I had just started, like literally. So if I go 6.5 years ago, I didn't even have anybody around me. Now we have 12 agents here in New Jersey. We have 6 agents down in Florida as of this filming of this episode. We have 40 agents across the country in our coaching program. And it's mind-blowing to me that 6 years ago, it was just me, John Natale, as an individual agent, doing my thing, doing the sellers, doing the listings, go to the photo shoots, go to the inspections, doing everything as an individual agent. And now I look out and I look at what our life is, how awesome this is, and the impact that it's having. We just had, a couple weeks ago, for the first time, we had a retreat here for Natale agents. Literally only Natale agents could come. It was an exclusive event for agents within our program and agents at our real estate companies. And just to be in that room and say to myself, wow, this started, yes, about 6 years ago, and then ramped up 5 years ago, and then ramped up again 2 years ago. And looking at that progression means a lot. So I might not be where I want to be. I might not be perfect. I may not be exactly where I expect myself to be. But looking at that progression is important with everything in your life. Everything. I also look back and say, well, you know, I had an extremely troubled youth. I look back and say, would that kid at 10 years old, it's why it's a question on every single one of my podcast episodes that are an interview, guys, is what would you tell your 10-year-old self if you got to meet him? But if I was with my 10-year-old self, would that kid be proud of where I am today? I own several businesses, have a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids. I wake up every day hungry for not necessarily more, but hungry to go accomplish something, hungry to make an impact on people's lives. Our bills are paid. We're pretty wealthy, not insanely. I still make this, I don't do whatever I want, still make this podcast. I still coach agents. I still help agents here in New Jersey and Florida grow their real estate career. I can't just say, hey, you know what? Bills are paid for the rest of my life. I don't have to work anymore. But it's impactful work. I feel like I'm accomplishing something and I'm helping people do what they dream of doing. That kid would be pretty proud of where I am. Am I perfect? No. Far from it. Far from it. But looking at the progression is what gives you the fire, I think, to start saying, okay, it's been a challenge, but I've still done this and I've been able to accomplish X, Y, and Z. So now let's talk about what you can actually do once you've just looked at your life and said, okay, here is some progression. And it could be in your headspace. It could be in your physical aspect. It could be in your patience. It could be in anything that you've grown. Maybe you used to pick up 1 book every 5 years and now you're reading 10 books a year. Maybe you used to never work out and now you're working out 3 days a week. Maybe you used to never see your parents and now you hang out with your parents, I don't know, twice a month. Whatever it is for you, whatever the progression is, look at it. Understand it in your life. And then repivot and say, okay, well, what the hell do I have to do to reignite this passion? Reignite something for success. One of the first things I like to do to really do that is reconnect with some of my past clients. See the impact you have made. Man, even when times it wasn't necessarily happening, but if I was feeling a little bit down on all this stuff right before this event that we just had, this retreat we just had for all these Natale agents across the country, damn, I'd feel good after. And I felt amazing after. I felt almost on a high. I was pretty exhausted from all the events and leading a mastermind and all this other stuff, but I was literally on a high for about 7 days after and felt such an impact to my work. Why? Because I'm reconnecting with what change I actually helped cause. Same thing with past clients. And it doesn't need to be, oh, well, you know what? I'm not feeling great about real estate. Business isn't all there. Go spend $10,000 on a past client event just to reconnect with them. No, pick up the damn phone and call them. Hey, I was just driving through your neighborhood to go show a house, and I thought of you guys. How's everything been for you? Doesn't have to be that complicated, guys. Reconnect with your clients. Reconnect with those that you've had a positive impact on. Literally, pick up the phone, call them, text them, DM them, get engaged in conversation on social media. Do something to talk to them. And that will help, again, start to light a little bit of a fire underneath you. Say, wow, you know what? I did help these people. Yeah, I remember that crazy story where we almost didn't get the house or we beat out those 17 offers back in 2021. Wow, I did that. I helped them do that. Sometimes it's okay. We're in this era where empathy and all these other things they are very, very important, skills to have. But I think in that, we've also lost the ability to have somewhat of an ego in real estate, a good ego. I'm not a hugely egotistical person. I don't build my personal brand for the followers to say, oh, I have 20,000 followers on Instagram, 10,000 followers on Facebook, 30,000 on TikTok. I could care less how many followers it has. What I love about what the following brings, especially when it's hyper-local to your area, is the amount of business and the amount of impact you're having. The amount of people reaching out and saying, hey, John, I want some help. And then also being able to bring those to the agents here for them to earn a living, for me to earn a living, and for the client to get the best help they could possibly get. That is impactful. And it's not egotistical to say, I've built that and I've done that. We've gone in this society for that almost seems for our own sake, like, oh, you got to, be humble. Yes, you can be humble. But you can also recognize that, damn, you've done and made a good impact. And reconnecting with some of those people that you've helped will really help you reignite that passion. So pick up the phone, call them, text them. If you have it in your budget to do an event, do an event. Reach out to your lenders, reach out to title, reach out to attorney, reach out to inspectors. Get some people together. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be a lot of money. Go back to an episode I had, an interview with Larry Hall about growing a community-based business. One of the best interviews, one of the most downloaded podcast episodes we've ever had on Getting Real. Go back to that episode, listen to it. Listen to the ideas that Larry has that he implements every single year. And when he started in our coaching program, he was nothing like the person he is today. He's literally turned everything around in his career, in his family, everything. The guy's absolutely crushing it. Why? Probably because he reconnects with his sphere, reconnects with his past clients, reconnects with everybody he's had such a positive impact on, and then they send him client after client, so it's literally a never-ending snowball. Go reconnect with them. You'll be thanking yourself. And the last thing to do, if you're just not feeling it anymore, is you have to build new skills. Most of the time when I've gotten to that point where I don't feel like I have it anymore, it's because I know I'm leaving either an opportunity on the table where my skills could do something and or I'm not pushing myself enough to change and or adapt, okay? There are so many people in this industry that refuse to change and or adapt to what is happening that it is so important that you ingrain this in your head of whenever you are feeling down, if you could, again, measure your progress, you could then also reconnect with some of the people you've helped. But then number 3, which is the most important part, is actually adapt and change. Because you're typically feeling that way because you are leaving something on the table that yourself and your subconscious self knows is out there. I work on this personally for myself. I work on this with so many people across the country. When people are feeling down, it is simply, and whenever I felt that way in my head, in my mind, it is because I know I'm leaving something on the table. In 2015, it is because you know in your subconscious mind that you are leaving something on the table. And when you know you are leaving something on the table, it deeply affects you. So in 2015, for me, I've been doing okay. I've been selling houses, friends and family, whatever, and not looking at it kind of transactionally, whatever. I was nothing fantastic. I was not bad. I was doing okay. And even in those years, being a 25, 26-year-old kid and being able to sell real estate and make a living doing it, was honestly a pretty good gig. But here's the thing. I knew I had so much more to give, not only for myself, not only for, at that point, my wife. We just gotten recently married. I knew for any future children we'd have, for my family around me. I knew I was not building the type of life I wanted to live. And all the other things around me were great. Relationships were great, but there was something missing. And it was just me. I wasn't feeling it anymore. Why wasn't I feeling it? Because I wasn't pushing myself. I knew at that time, which was super popular, was picking up the phone and prospecting, FSBOs, expired, circle dialing, all the fun stuff. And I said to myself, I can't do that. And I'd find something else to do. But my subconscious mind beat me back to it. And that's why I had this feeling of, is this really worth it anymore? And I said to myself, it is. This life is worth it if you build it. But you need to actually go take action. You need to go push yourself. You know you can do this. This is my subconscious mind. This isn't me telling myself that. Just subconsciously, this was all playing its role and playing out this way. And then when I picked up the phone and I started challenging myself, tell the story every time. I'd call people, which is New Jersey is not a huge state, so if you're listening from Texas, you may laugh at this, but I'd call people an hour and a half, 2 hours away in New Jersey. And I started getting over the fear, having success. And I built something massive from it. By the end of the 2010s, at any given point, I'd have 5 to 15 active listings, 2 to 5 under contract. And it was a simple business built on prospecting. Your mind knows when you are leaving things on the table. Your mind knows when you're not pushing yourself. Your mind knows when you can be doing more. And if you're not going to go out there and learn a new skill, learn how to do business a little bit differently, how to adapt, your mind is going to push you into these places where you think that all of this is not worth it. But I challenge you instead of that to look at things and say, well, you know what? Is there something I'm not doing that I should be adapting? Maybe it's social media. Maybe it's content. Maybe it's building a personal brand. Maybe it's doing events quarterly. Maybe it's doing open houses every weekend. There's something out there that you know you should be doing that you are not doing, and that is why your mind is driving you to think that this is not worth it anymore, or you just don't have it anymore. No matter where you are in your career, you could be brand new, you could be in this for 10 years, you could be in there for 15, 20 years. And I'm not talking about retirement. I'm talking about if you're of age where you are still going to be working. Your mind knows you can be doing something different. Your mind knows you could be adapting. Your mind knows you could be learning a new skill. So what do I do when I'm feeling that way? Like I said, in 2015, I picked up the phone. In 2023, when that was happening again, I was like, is this really worth it? I dove into social media. Head first, no safety net. I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure this out. Maybe you do one type of content and you want to be saying, well, you know what? I like this one type, but like it's literally one type of content. How many home tours could I individually do over and over and over again, even without my face in it? Just walking through this house is making the appointments. This is the only thing I'm doing. Challenge yourself to do something different. Challenge yourself to adapt and find a new skill. Say you've been doing open houses for 2 years. It's what you've always done for 15 years. But in 2 years, they've only brought you one transaction. It's time to learn a new skill. You probably don't need me to provide that new skill for you. You probably already subconsciously know what that skill is. Go and learn it. Go and push yourself. Go find some discipline in a new aspect and watch what happens to the fire you have for real estate and for business and for entrepreneurship. This is never meant to be easy. Entrepreneurship, owning a business, which is exactly what you do, whether you're an individual real estate agent, you run a real estate team, a big team, a little team, own a real estate company, coach agents, doesn't matter what it looks like. We are all entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship is not easy. If entrepreneurship was so damn easy, nobody in the world would ever go to a job that had a boss over their shoulder and work and give up their time from 9 to 5 every day. If entrepreneurship was like a light switch, you just turned it on and you went in and you became successful and you had the life. This is really hard stuff to do. I believe in you. I know you can do it, but you need to measure your progress. You need to reconnect with those that you've helped, and you need to go learn some new damn skills. That will help you get over. That will help you understand that you can be an entrepreneur, and there are phases where things are good and phases where things are bad. And your job isn't to prevent the bad. Your job is to raise the valleys and continually raise the mountains of your career.